Hello IPXers, we are at Things. A couple of dudes here from SG Wireless. One of them you already know because you met Xavier last week, who talked about 5 successful ways to IoT. Was it 5 or 4?
It was 5.
It was 5. Could be 4, but it's definitely 5. So we're talking about gateways because Things is all about LoRaWAN, and they have got what they call a development kit that's all about gateways to give you an introduction as to how you can start your project and tell you about the perfect and ideal customer set for them. So I'm going to hand you over to Xavier, who's going to tell you all about what this does, and then we're going to do a quick demo. Xavier, tell us about this development kit that I'm going to take out of his box. Very exciting.
Yep.
Very exciting moment. Here we go. Dev kit. Tell us what this does. What's the perfect person to play with that?
All right. Thank you guys. I'm really happy first to be back with ipXchange. And yes, these little guys. So what we observe in the market, the challenge for any new engineers, any engineers to get into IoT is to get the communication to happen. IoT, it's about connecting, collecting data and make sense of it.
Yes.
And it's not about which electronic is the best and working with this or this chipset vendors. It's about an ecosystem that you buy. This is an ecosystem in IoT which will make it so easy for any developers to you just plug it and you can start to work on your data straight. You have these small modules, which is multi-technology modules. It support LTE 4G, it support LoRaWAN, it support BLE and Wi-Fi, 4 technologies, and you can develop your application on MicroPython. With this plus connectivity, you plug it on your PC and you collect straight your data. That's a little bit what Christian is going to show us today on this demo, how we could put together this small demo in 5 minutes, basically, to demonstrate some data. Christian, I'll leave it to you.
Before you go, Christian, so just so if you're watching this video, we cover disruptive technology. The whole point about ipXchange is embedded disruptive technology. That doesn't mean that everybody's doing IoT, because IoT obviously doesn't take up the whole of the embedded world. But what you're saying here is if you've got an IoT project and you're saying, how do I start? How do I get going? What are my starting places? All you need to do is go and get one of these, take it out of that. This is good to go to start getting your data out of your system the moment it comes out of its box. So, Christian, you tell us about this demo and how it works.
So we've got here the F1 starter kit. I connected a small TFT display to it just to show that it can actually do some nice displaying stuff. From the software, we've got it connected here with one of our BLE sensor tags. This one, temperature and humidity.
Right, so the data's coming from that.
So the data's coming from there, sending one request every second. These gather all these BLE advertisements.
So this is your BLE sensor 2?
Yes.
Right.
You can connect tens, hundreds of sensors to one gateway here, the F1, and right now, because we're here at the Things conference, it's connected over TTN with LoRaWAN to our cloud platform.
Right.
And then we can see here temperature in the building seems to be constant at around 22 degrees.
So what would be the alternatives to somebody looking to start their first IoT system? What would be the alternatives to them today if you weren't delivering that?
There are companies that specialize on LTE modules, that specialize on LoRa modules. I think we are actually unique in the market with a multi-connectivity module.
Right, okay.
Putting really 4 different technologies into
So this gives
one.
you all the flexibility that you need.
Yes, so if let's say you want to do asset tracking all over the world. In Europe, you might have LoRaWAN at certain ports. At other ports, only LTE. Some ports maybe have Wi-Fi, so you don't have to pay for your data usage there.
So, Xavier, when you first designed this little development kit, you must have had a target audience. You thought, we're going to develop this starter kit. You talked about transport. You talked about different protocols and different platforms. But when you did that, what was, let's say, the top 3 or 4 ideas or applications that you thought this would be perfect for?
Well, a big area which today looks to connect and really needs to connect because it's a big concern for the planet, it's energy. Energy management, it's a bigger concern. And today that's where, if we want to reduce the carbon emission, you need to measure it. reducing, adding IoT, which is it's a good way. It's a very important way, actually, to get energy management companies to look at measuring in order to reduce emissions. So that's number one.
Yeah. Number two?
Number two will be transport. Transport is also it's also critical because it's using a lot of resources in the world, in the planet. So if you want to reduce the emission, let's say oil, petrol consumption, or even just how a car is being used, then you will have one of these guys into a truck, into any kind of vehicles, which can be in a factory also, in order to look for efficiency.
Right, okay. And then this sensor is compatible with that in all those applications?
That's right. So the sensors is a very good tool, home and building management. In some countries, there is some regulation which force you to read constantly the temperature and humidity inside of the building, measuring the air quality also, so the workers in here get a healthy environment to be in, and these tiny sensors can do the job.
Excellent. Right, so if you want to get hold of one of these, they all know the answer to that, which is to go to ipXchange.tech, ipXchange.tech. But if they weren't to go there, which is where they will go, how do you get hold of one of these?
How do you get there? ipXchange.tech, definitely.
Yeah,
that's our way. That's our good.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. So you can go and get one of these. What's the, in order for them to, if they came to you and said, we're looking at a project with, let's say, 1,000 off, would you put one of those in their hands for free?
Definitely.
Excellent. Okay, so you've got any project that's 1,000 plus or more, Xavier give one of these for free if you go to ipXchange.tech, fill out a form and tell him all about your project. Xavier, Christian, thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you.